Now on CoastTV News.
Day 3 update on medical waste washing up the coast of Delmarva.
Transportation projects in Maryland, the state's Department of Transportation looking at upgrades in Worcester County.
And with the concern with the debris washing on shore, we're watching out for forecasts for up to 8-foot waves hitting from Dewey Beach down towards Bottom Hills.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
This syringe on your screen now was found on Bethany Beach today by its beach patrol. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 5. We begin tonight with more medical waste washing up along the coast.
This ongoing problem has beaches closed yet again. Day 3 of hazardous waste littering our shores. Coast TV News reporter Brandon Ferguson is live in Bethany Beach. And Brandon, you can't access the beach right now.
Yes, Maddie, as you can see behind me, beach access is closed here at Bethany Beach, and at each one of these entry points down the coast, you will see these signs and barriers. DNREC has now issued a no swim service advisory for the next week. Bethany Beach was empty today after medical waste was found along the coast. These findings have ranged from Assateague Island all the way to Lewis, causing multiple beaches to close. People I spoke with today say this is a major inconvenience.
I feel sorry for people who are coming down for vacation. It really, it shouldn't be happening. It shouldn't have happened.
Multiple states are investigating this case. In Bethany Beach, Brandon Ferguson, Coast TV News.
And take a look at your screen. Here is a map of all the areas where medical waste has popped up. DNREC officially issued a recreational water advisory for Rehoboth Queen Street Beach. DNREC says emergency response teams are monitoring beaches all along the coastline. Local governments encourage people to report any medical waste found on the beach to local police stations or DNREC. We have that number on our website right now. And all of this brings us into our Coast TV poll. Second day in a row where we're talking about this. We want to know what would prevent medical waste from ending up on our beaches.
Let's take a look at the results, and with context here, the cause is still unclear. It's still under investigation where this came from. Now, many people believe harsher dumping penalties would help stop this from the future. Increased cleanups at 7% and stricter regulations for disposing of medical waste at 17%.
Now, this is the first time we've run this specific poll. You can go be a part of it. Go to coasttv.com or use our Coast TV mobile app. And let's take a live look outside into Laurel as we check in with our first alert, Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams. And Paul, you can see all the clouds gathering right there.
And that's part of the story that we're telling, because the clouds are indicative of the rain and the storms that we're mindful of that will likely hit us by 10 o'clock tonight. And I'm going to do something a little different than I typically would at the beginning of the newscast. We're going to take a look at these waves here. We still have the conditions for courtesy of our Gateway Subaru camera, but you see how the waves are pushing very aggressively right along Ocean City? That's part of the concern for us as it pertains to all that debris that's washing up, because we actually have active concerns for very gusty winds. And then we go all the way up to Lewis to show you how the waves are still staying active there, courtesy of our tunnel razor camera. And we're looking for it to stay active with temperatures in the 70s. So let's talk about this. The winds are now knifing out of the northeast at about 23 to 21 miles per hour. And look at some of the waves. Some of the forecasted waves are indicating we could see up to 4 to even 8-foot waves between Dewey Beach down towards Bottom Hills, reaching down towards Ocean City. And that's just the tip of the iceberg, Charlie. We'll have the entire story coming up for you during our full forecast.
Paul, I look forward to hearing more about that. The Maryland Department of Transportation met with Worcester County today to present their project plans for the next 5 years. Projects include enhancing pedestrian safety features to Coastal Highway, advancing plans for a path between West Ocean City and Assateague State Park, and future grant money. But something not on the timeline, the Route 90 Bridge project. The council has been pushing for that for years, but after the recent announcement that $1.3 billion is being cut for future MDOT projects, the Secretary of MDOT says some key projects had to be put on hold.
We all recognize some of the safety-related issues. Obviously, if there was a major evacuation, during peak season, and it's in older, it's going to be an older facility as well. So it's a combination of issues that, make that a high priority across the state. But we have lots of projects across the state, as you can imagine, as well.
The Route 90 project will be put on hold until more revenue starts to come in.
Over in Georgetown, the town could be getting new apartments, and this complex has some controversy. The Planning Commission will review plans for the Kingfisher Apartments at their next meeting tomorrow. It would bring 6 buildings with 106 units to Savannah Road and Calhoun Street. And here's where that conflict comes in. A daycare nearby sent a petition to the town worrying about safety for their students if apartments are put there. The Planning Commission previously was going to speak about this in August. That was tabled until tomorrow.
The hearing for the Titan submersible continued today, and an employee who voiced concerns about safety ahead of that doomed trip testified. Ocean Gate's former operations director David Lockridge answered questions before a Coast Guard commission trying to determine what caused the Titan to implode en route to the wreckage of the Titanic last year, killing all 5 on board. Lockridge testified that he repeatedly clashed with the company's CEO or co-founder, Stockton Rush, and felt that the company was only committed to making money.
Stockton had no experience building submersible. None of them did. None of them were experienced submersible operators.
Today's hearing is part of the highest level marine casualty investigation conducted by the Coast Guard. When it concludes, recommendations will be submitted to the Coast Guard's commandant.
Happening right now, music mogul Sean Diddy Combs appeared in a New York federal courtroom hours after his arrest in Manhattan, indicted on multiple federal counts that include sex trafficking. We want to warn you, many details are stunning and may be disturbing for viewers to hear. Laura Aguirre brings us more on this explosive case.
The newly unsealed federal indictment charges Sean Diddy Combs with racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, and interstate transportation for prostitution.
Combs abused, threatened, and coerced victims to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct.
Graphic details in the indictment accuse Combs and his associates of allegedly forcing female victims to engage in sex acts with commercial sex workers.
Combs allegedly planned and controlled the sex performances, which he called freak-offs, and he often electronically recorded them.
Combs is accused of using drugs to keep his victims compliant, among other tactics.
He was violent, and he subjected victims to physical, emotional, and verbal abuse so that they would participate in the freak-offs.
Earlier this year, law enforcement raided homes owned by Combs in Miami and LA, seizing a cache of weapons and digital recordings along with other evidence.
He's not guilty. He's innocent of these charges.
Combs' defense attorney firm in his client's innocence.
To his great credit, he voluntarily came to New York. Not a lot of defendants do that.
The rapper appeared in court Tuesday afternoon, joined by family members seen arriving earlier. If he's convicted, prosecutors say he faces up to life in prison.
He's going to fight this with all of his energy and all of his might and the full confidence of his lawyers.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
Now, still being argued where Combs will stay as this case moves forward. Prosecutors want him detained in custody until trial, arguing he has access to too much money and is a flight risk.
New today, American gymnast Jordan Chiles is again appealing the decision that stripped her of an Olympic bronze medal. It was taken away after the Romanian gymnastics team challenged the decision to reverse her final score in the floor exercise competition. Romania claimed the U.S. didn't file it before the 1-minute deadline. The Court of Arbitration for Sport eventually upheld Romania's challenge, giving the U.S. star's bronze to the Romanian gymnast.
Authorities in Lebanon said 8 people were killed and almost 2,700, including Hezbollah fighters and medics, were wounded today when the pagers they used to communicate exploded across the country. A Hezbollah official speaking on condition of anonymity said the detonation of the pagers was the, quote, biggest security breach the group had been subjected to in nearly a year of war with Israel.
Still to come, it's National Voter Registration Day. We'll share resources that you can take advantage of right now.
And we are concerned about coastal flooding in Sussex. Also, additional flooding in Dorchester, Somerset, Wacomico, along with beach erosion problem likely for us in and around Ocean City.
First, new information on the investigation into the second assassination attempt on former President Trump. What we're learning today, up next.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation where we bring the showroom to you.
When you're obese, you know, right? And you know the world sees you as this, but when you hear that, hey, you need to lose weight, you're like, but how? You feel trapped.
It's intimidating, and it's a really hard decision for the patient to make to proceed with weight loss surgery. Most people don't have enough information about the safety and the effectiveness of weight loss surgery.
I know that I can reach out to any person here at BB and I can get the support that I need.
Oh, porches. Hello, aren't you the guy I see on TV, the porch protection guy?
Yeah, I would say.
So they're made of marine grade materials that last for years?
Yeah, I would.
And they say I could use my porch all year round?
I think so.
And they keep the dirt, pollen, and rain and wind out? And the custom made right here locally?
They are.
I got to run, but it was really nice talking to you.
Well, it was nice talking to you too.
Call or visit porchprotection.com for your free quote.
Foul odors, discolored water. Are you running out of hot water more quickly? These are all signs of sediment buildup in your water heater. And as the buildup becomes more severe, it can even cause a premature tank failure. Flushing the tank periodically can prevent these problems. FH Fur has you covered. Get a water heater flush for $49. That's right, a complete water heater flush for only $49. Act now and get a plumbing inspection free.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
As new details emerge about Sunday's apparent assassination attempt against former President Trump, he and Vice President Harris are back on the campaign trail today.
NBC's Alice Barr shows us how their appearances come as the acting director of the Secret Service admits, given the heated political climate, the agency must pivot to protect candidates.
2 days after a second apparent assassination attempt against former President Trump, the candidates are back out on the campaign trail amid growing calls to tamp down heated political rhetoric. President Biden and Vice President Harris both forcefully condemning political violence.
There's no place for political violence in our country.
That as the vice president took questions today from the National Association of Black Journalists in Philadelphia. Former President Trump holding a town hall in Michigan after greeting the Florida sheriff's deputies who arrested Ryan Ruth, the man suspected of pointing a rifle out of the tree line near where the former president was golfing on Sunday. Mr. Trump has been blaming the attempts on his life on Democrats' rhetoric, calling him a threat to democracy, even as he told Fox News that President Biden and Vice President Harris are, quote, people that want to destroy our country. It is called the enemy from within. They are the real threat, he said. Overnight, the former president describing his phone call with President Biden.
He called up to make sure I was okay. He couldn't have been nicer.
And praising his protectors.
The Secret Service did an excellent job.
Investigators say a Secret Service agent monitoring the area ahead of former President Trump spotted a rifle barrel and opened fire. The suspect never fired, but cell phone records show he did camp out undetected for nearly 12 hours. The acting Secret Service director ordering a paradigm shift.
We need to get out of a reactive model and get to a readiness model.
To deal with the alarming threat level, while noting former President Trump already has the highest levels of protection. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Did you know today is National Voter Registration Day? The nonpartisan event is celebrated each September. It started in 2012, and since then, its thousands of partners have helped get more than 5 million people registered to vote. Right now on CoastTV.com/Decision 2024, we have resources on how you can register to vote ahead of the November election.
And right now, La Esperanza in Georgetown is hosting an event to provide information on voter registration and register individuals until 6.
We'll have much more on this story tonight on Coast TV News at 11.
Right now, we are keeping a close eye on how things are changing along the coast in light of our big story of the debris washing up. We now have a small craft advisory that's active until Thursday morning, watching out for 25-mile-per-hour wind gusts. We're going to take a detailed and analytical look at the waves and how things may change with that big story. Coming up, please don't go anywhere.
There's a joy that comes with building your new home. The progress, the completion, and the move-in. At Berica, we specialize in building strong, energy-efficient homes. Custom built in our factory and finished on your lot. Start online today at bericahomes.com.
Hi, I'm Warren Rosenfeld. Start your day with breakfast from Rosenfeld's Jewish Deli, served at each of our 3 locations. Enjoy our scrambled lox, onions, and eggs, our corned beef and Swiss cheese omelet, or our fried chicken and waffles. How about our corned beef hash and eggs, our challah French toast, our oversized pancakes, or some warm potato latkes? And don't forget about our smoked fish platters. So come treat your belly to breakfast at Rosenfeld's. It's served all day long. We hope to feed you soon.
Windsor Teak of Falmouth Island offers over 100 different teak tables, over 24 different extension tables featuring self-storing leaves. They come in 2 different heights, dining and counter, plus 2 different widths and 2 different shapes, oval and rectangular. Extension tables start at 66 inches long and go up to 138 inches long and can seat from 6 to 16 people. Plus, over 36 different folding tables. Our drop leaf folding tables can be used with 1 or 2 leaves up. When both leaves are folded down, you can store the tables in just 7 inches of space. The drop leaf tables come in 3 different heights, dining, counter, and bar. And come in 4 different shapes, oval, round, rectangular, and square. Don't forget to check out the non-folding tables, coffee and side tables, and buffet tables. Drop by our showroom and smell the teak. Or visit our website at windsorteakfurniture.com. And remember, teak lasts a lifetime.
Discover the craftsmanship behind each Berica home. With each factory tour, you'll embark on a 60-minute journey of innovation and precision. Step into a world where your future home comes to life. Call our office to schedule your factory tour today.
Shop fabulous fun fashion at Twyla Farrell's in Lewis. Discover stylish and comfortable clothing made from designers you know and love. From head to toe, you can complete your look at Twyla's. A large selection of fashionable shoes, including popular brands such as Piccolinos and Naote, and trendy winter jackets to keep you warm this winter. We believe in building lasting relationships and always offer honest fashion advice. Come visit us for a unique shopping experience. Shop fabulous fun fashion at Twyla Farrell's in Lewis.
Track the storm with CoastTV First Alert Weather.
In light of our big story with the medical debris that's washing up on shore, we're keeping a close eye on what's happening with the waves. And so we're going to take a microscopic look at what's happening with that forecast and how that's going to affect our big story of the day and really of the week. Our Gateway Subaru camera indicating you can see how aggressive the waves are pushing right along in the Ocean City area. And this has reached from, let's say, up from Lewis all the way down towards Chincoteague. So the concern is what kind of wind and wave action do we have happening over the next 24-hour period? First of all, the active concern for flooding does not help because we're looking out for inundation to occur for coastal cities, really up to about a foot of inundation that could add to the strength of the water that's being pushed around. In addition to that, the coastal flood statement has been activated for Dorchester, Somerset, and Wacomico until 6 o'clock. And once again, we're concerned about widespread flooding. Now, with the wind staying active and the water becoming a little more aggressive, we have concerns for beach hazard statement, which means we're looking at the deteriorating conditions for us along the beach, as well as just all of that just grinding away at the barrier between the water and the residents. That goes all the way down to the most southern portions of our viewing area, where we're concerned about additional flooding in Accomack, Northampton until midnight Wednesday. This is a look at the rain that's associated with the low pressure system that's developing in our area. That counterclockwise rotation is bringing more embedded cells to the north. Fortunately, we are having a bit of a blocking that's keeping it from reaching us here in Sussex County for now. It won't necessarily stay that way. In addition to that, the small craft advisory active along the coast indicating 25-mile-per-hour winds. So we have the combination of rain falling from the sky, rain and water being pushed, particularly during high tide, and the gusty winds along the shore, combined with that concern with the medical debris. This is the culprit that's starting to stir things up, that's actually located in North Carolina, Cape Hatteras, but it's bringing in that influx of rain and wind. Here's a look at the winds, knifing out of the northeast, up to 30 miles per hour. Here's the detailed look at those waves. We're looking at 4 to 8 foot waves from Dewey Beach to Bottom Hills. Then it becomes worse for us as we go into Wednesday morning. We're looking at 8 foot waves, possibly from Dewey Beach down to Bottom Hills. And then it becomes even more so, 8 to possibly 9 feet as we get to, let's say, Wednesday evening. Now that's for the northern portions of the area of concern. From Bethany Beach to the south, we're looking at possibly 4 to 8 waves. 8-foot waves for Wednesday going into the lunchtime hour, and then we reach into the possible 10-foot wave category in Ocean Pines and just right along Highway 1 here with that detailed look at what's happening. Precipitation, a big deal because we're still watching out for a whopping 73% chance of rain for Wednesday. That translates into 1.5 inches of rain possibly on Wednesday along the coast where we have the concern about the debris, and then 1 to 3/4 possibly as we go into Friday because we're looking at an elongated chance. We've been comparing the models, and all 4 models initially were scattered. Then they became in great agreement between Wednesday at 9 o'clock, lasting until Thursday. So all of the models are in agreement. More rain is on the way, even if we haven't seen it yet. Wind gusts are staying very active over the next few days, and then they're going to swirl tremendously as a result of that. So Tuesday, we see the first wave scattered showers. For Wednesday morning, it begins to push through as well. And so all that combination will make for a messy situation dealing with that medical debris. Here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling Extended Forecast. We're still calling for a yellow alert day on Wednesday.
Thank you. In traffic news, look out for some delays this week in Salisbury. The city says the westbound lane of Isabella Street between Mill and Lake Streets will be closed next week because of necessary road repairs. You can use Mill Street to Route 50 business as a detour to get to the west side of the river.
Coming up today on DSN, your game of the night at 5:30. You can tune in to watch Salisbury University take on Washington in field hockey. Then at 7, it's the Delaware Thunder facing the Columbus River Dragons. That's ice hockey. Over on the DSN Plus app at 5:30, you can tune into that game of the night we just mentioned. Also at 5:30, you could be watching Sussex Central take on Sussex Tech in volleyball. And at 6, it's Cesar Rodney at Smyrna, also in volleyball.
Coming up, keeping teens safe on social media, new protections from Instagram. Stay tuned on Coast TV News at 5.
From gentle ocean breezes to small country towns, Sussex County has it all. That's why you need a real estate company that is familiar with it all. Mann & Sons offers decades of experience throughout Sussex County, whether it's helping you purchase your forever home or find the perfect vacation rental at the beach. Trust our experience. Trust Mann & Sons.
For over 30 years, the difference is clear. Mann & Sons Real Estate.
This weather's brought to you by
Mann & Sons Real Estate.
Feel the rush of adventure and the thrill of incredible savings at Gateway Subaru. Save up to $2,700 on a new 2025 Subaru Outback with financing rates as low as 1.9% for 48 months. Or save up to $2,400 off a new 2024 Subaru Crosstrek with financing rates as low as 1.9% for 48 months. And be among the first to drive the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester. Stop in and reserve yours today. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
I needed to do some safe floor. I slipped in my old floor and I broke my kneecap. I called Pinnacle, they came. The team was very professional. And then when I came home 2 o'clock, my garage was done. That's the best part. I loved it. Pinnacle did a really great job. They did this beautiful floor and safe to walk. Call Pinnacle, you will not be disappointed. You'll be happy like I am.
Right now, pet dander, skin cells, mold spores, pollen, and dirt are being sucked into your air ducts. Get cleaner air and system efficiency now with Stanley Steamer. For over 75 years, we've continually engineered our equipment and processes to deep clean your entire home. Your air ducts aren't clean until they're Stanley Steamer clean.
I'm proud of you, son. Thanks, Dad. That means a lot. This home wouldn't be possible without the foundational life lessons you taught me. Call Dry Zone. What? To protect your crawl space. This is Delmarva, son. Just like your life, your home's foundation needs a dry crawl space. Call Dry Zone. They're the oldest and the best. Just like you, Dad.
Protect your largest investment with Delmarva's local choice, Dry Zone, the oldest and the best.
Brought to you by Dry Zone, your local crawl space experts.
Instagram announced new teen account settings that will take effect starting next week. Accounts for users under the age of 18 will automatically be set to private and also placed in the strictest messaging settings. Only people they're already connected to will be able to send them messages, tag them, or mention them in comments. The new settings will also restrict what kinds of content they can view on the app. And coming up next, right here on Delmarva on September 30th, there's a cell phone and internet safety presentation at Georgetown Middle School. Very applicable to the story. Parents can learn how to keep kids safe on the internet.
You got to listen to this story. An 8-year-old girl from Ohio safe after police say she drove herself to Target and got a Frappuccino. Don't we all? Police say the girl got into her family SUV Sunday morning and drove about 25 minutes to Target. The girl's family called police, reporting she was missing along with the SUV. The little girl told police she hit a mailbox along the way, but nobody was hurt. A new meaning to the Dr. Seuss book, Oh, the Places You'll Go. Coast TV will be back right after this.
Find your better night's sleep for less at Johnny Janosic. Shop now and get this Kingsdown Queen mattress, plush or firm, doorbuster price only $5.99. For a limited time only at Johnny Janosic's Mattress World.
When choosing a granite countertop, choose one for real life and beauty. No matter what life throws at them, they'll look beautiful forever. Ancient Art Stone invites you to discover the affordability of granite and upgrade your home to the beautiful works of art from Ancient Art Stone. Centrally located in Milford, Delaware, serving all of Delmarva to make your dreams a reality. Visit us and allow our devoted professionals to craft, fabricate, and install a superior finished product that will transform your home into a work of art.
Turn your dreams of a perfect kitchen into reality with That Cabinet Store, where a dedicated team of designers will bring your vision to life. Whether it's traditional or European, kitchen design is our specialty. And we can get your fully customized kitchen cabinets installed in as little as 4 weeks, semi-custom in 10 days. And if you're looking for new countertops, we offer quality in-house fabricated countertops. Dream today, designs for tomorrow at That Cabinet Store, located with Matt the Carpet Guy in Selbyville and Salisbury.
Hey, welcome to Poppy's Tacos. There's plenty of space for you and all of your friends. The menu is packed with real deal Mexican eats. Build your own tacos are always a fan favorite. Authentic short rib is my choice. The fajitas are steaming and the smothered burritos are killer. We're open 363 days a year, so come pull up a chair. Poppy's, there's always a fiesta on 15th Street.
For more than a decade, Farxiga has been trusted again and again and again. Ask your doctor about Farxiga.
Get covered from the rain with a free CoastTV umbrella. Simply enter at CoastTVumbrella.com for a chance to win. Then catch CoastTV News weekdays to see if you've won. Sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
We're clearing out inventory with big store-wide discounts. Get to Johnny Janosic now and get up to 70% off store-wide. Plus no interest for up to 5 years with no down payment and no minimum purchase. For a limited time only at Johnny Janosic.
If you need any weekend plans, Milford's largest outdoor festival takes place this Saturday, September 21st in downtown Milford from Walnut Street to Bicentennial Park. The event features a beer garden, a pet parade, live music, and fireworks.
Well, in light of a lot of fireworks happening in our atmosphere and dealing with possibility of flood and inundation, be sure you keep up with your forecast by calling our weather line at 443-880-9100. Your forecast is just a call away, sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandela's, Brockstedt, and Federico. Here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. We are indeed calling for a yellow alert day because of the possibility of inundation, as well as the very gusty winds with the small craft advisory indicating 25-mile-per-hour wind gusts. But after we get past the rain for Friday, hopefully by the weekend, things will begin to straighten up and fly right.
Paul, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
Of course, for more news, for more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition is up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great night.